Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see a team from the American, the Rice Owls, squaring off with another team from the American, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Falcons will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Rice's offense will take the first swing of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the ball slipped out. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. And sometimes it's better, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's caught. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. It's a running room. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Owls are rolling down the field. He'll do it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them. And you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Air Force's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Johnson wants to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Falcons will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on third down. Here comes the option. They'll try the run. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Creates a little room. It's a seam wide open. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
That's a nice-looking run. I'll tell you, when it comes to the academies, I know the Air Force is known for being mighty in the skies, but on the football field, it's what they're able to do on the ground. Year in, year out, they are so dangerous toting the rock, whether it's the option, whether it's conventional, whether it's spread. These guys are dialed into what they want to do, and they wear defenses down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll run it from the gun. He's in open space downfield. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7. And this offense is more than threatening.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football. Good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run, he gets knocked out of bounds. But how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. He splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Wide open spaces. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this.
Oh, he's got some space. He's loose. The 10. Touchdown, Owls. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
14, Air Force 3.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. They go to the ground. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. About these 2 running games so far. Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. With jet sweep pass. That is a big... This defense is, they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The offense changing the play. Tight end now in motion. Off play action. And the pass rush is a... And they tackle him at the 19. And the Falcons line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Running back searching for a hole. Makes his man miss. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
He'll try it again. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on fourth down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Running to Green. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Latham. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run the option. Creates a little space. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. The secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. Powers through the defender. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Now the pitch. And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Falcons need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it to the back. Turning it on. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator, because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Quarterback making adjustments. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Snares it outside, it's Smith. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And his foot's just inside that right upright. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Turner. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
They'll move the tight end. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
That's what I like to hear.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. The short hands, it's Turner. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Quarterback may change this route. Johnson looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Air Force. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it. As it is, they're down by 1. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Colorado Springs.
Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll pull it on the read. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Now they'll run it on the toss. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Snap to the back. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Back has it. Running into the open space. Turning on the Jets. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Quick pass on the fly motion. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback making checks. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback moving. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to run it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
So they could take the lead with a field goal, but in this situation, they want to go for the touchdown on 4th down. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Falcons! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games, with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense in press coverage. The give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The play action fake. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. first order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Johnson looking to throw. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much appreciated lifeline. The defense had the stop. They were about to get the ball back, but the critical mistake puts the offense back on the field with 1st and 10. Unloads to the right. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be...
It's a running room. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and the running game getting the job done. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Harris. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the read. Gives it on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Oh, a lot of space. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Give to the big fullback. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. The big fullback's got it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Falcons can play this 2nd down a lot out of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fullback's got it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Latham. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front, and good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Air Force.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Handoff to the fullback. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Rice rushes to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Air Force.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now on the option. Touchdown, Falcon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. DBs will try to keep everything in front. It's complete to the left. Powers through. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Rice rushes to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Defense feeling it here, trying to put a stop to this drive and maybe this game after that earlier sack. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Here's a throw downfield late. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
3rd down coming.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.